Welcome aboard. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to finish, nothing you need to solve. The day is over now. The lights are low. The water is calm. And the ferry is already on its way. Each night, this small ferry travels slowly across the open sea, from one floating village to the next, carrying letters, carrying supplies, carrying quiet moments of life between distant lantern lights. There is no hurry here. There are no storms to outrun, no clocks to watch, only steady movement, soft water, and warm light waiting at every dock. Tonight, you are simply a passenger, free to wander the decks, free to watch the reflections on the water, free to rest whenever you like. As the ferry travels, you may hear small sounds. Wood creaking gently, water brushing the hull, lanterns swaying in the breeze. Let those sounds pass by. There is nothing you need to follow, nothing you need to remember. If your thoughts drift, that's perfectly fine. If you fall asleep halfway through, even better. The ferry knows the way. It will continue on without you. So take a slow breath in and let it out. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your feet, like gentle breathing, like the tide rising and falling. In, out, in, out. The journey has already begun. The lanterns are glowing in the distance, and the night is wide and calm around you. Whenever you're ready, we'll make our approach. The Floating Village Ferry, Episode 3, The Village of Quiet Mills. Tonight, the ferry moves through a cooler stretch of night. The sea is calm, dark, smooth. The sky above is wide and clear, scattered with quiet stars. Not bright, just gently present. The moon hangs low, its pale light stretching across the water in a long silver path. That path shifts softly with each small movement of the sea. The ferry follows it without effort. The engines hum low, steady, unhurried. You stand near the rail and look ahead. At first, there is only open water. Then, slowly, the darkness begins to change. A faint line appears along the horizon. Not light yet, just shape. Wooden forms rise gently from the water. wide and low, floating platforms connected by narrow walkways. Channels of darker water move quietly between them, flowing, patient. A few lanterns appear next, spaced far apart, their glow softer than the baker's village, cooler, more amber than gold. Their reflections stretch across the water below, long, broken, then gathering again. The ferry glides closer, close enough now to see the outlines of buildings resting on the platforms. Simple wooden structures, broad roofs, windows dimly lit. Everything moves gently with the tide. Nothing is fixed too tightly. Nothing resists the water. Only after a while do you begin to notice the sound. Soft at first, blending easily with the water. A slow creak, a gentle splash, then a pause. Creak, splash, stillness. The rhythm repeats, even, measured. Now that you can see the wide wheels along the platforms, the sound feels familiar, reassuring. Wood turning through water. Large water wheels move steadily beside the walkways, their paddles dipping and lifting without hurry, driven by the slow current flowing through the village of quiet mills. It does not announce itself. It does not glow brightly. It simply works. The ferry eases forward. The engine tone lowers slightly. The vibration beneath your feet softens. Water folds away from the hull and settles again almost immediately, as though the ferry were never there at all. The wheels continue their turning. Creak, splash, rest. You find your breathing slowing without effort, matching the rhythm. In, out. In, out. The wooden platforms draw nearer. Docking is close now, but there is no hurry. There never is. The wheels turn, the water flows, and the ferry continues forward at its calm, familiar pace. The ferry glides closer to the outer platforms. The wooden edges rise and fall slowly with the tide. Not enough to notice at first, only a gentle breathing motion. Lanterns hang low along the pier, their light small and steady. Soft amber circles resting on the boards. The reflections ripple quietly beneath them, stretching, breaking, then smoothing out again. The water wheels continue turning beside the walkways. Large wooden spokes dipping into the current, lifting again, dripping silver lines back into the channel. Creak, splash, rest. The rhythm never changes, slow enough that it feels almost like breathing. The engines lower their tone. The hum softens beneath your feet. becoming less a sound and more a memory of one. Movement becomes gentle, unhurried. The ferry simply coasts the final few yards. Ahead, sacks of grain are stacked neatly along the pier. Tall shapes wrapped in canvas. Corners rounded with use. Dustings of pale flour gathered at their bases. Everything looks orderly, prepared earlier in the evening, waiting without urgency. A small bell rings once from the bow. Clear, soft. After a moment, a matching bell answers from the dock. Just as gentle, just as calm. Ropes are lifted from their hooks, coils resting easily in waiting hands. Each line checked, straightened, untangled. No one rushes. There is no reason to. The mills keep their slow turning. The ferry drifts the last few feet, close enough now to see the grain in the wood of the pier, smooth from years of footsteps, edges softened by water and time. The hull meets the dock with the gentlest touch, a quiet wooden knock, barely more than a breath. For a moment, everything is still. Then the two begin to move together, rising, falling, floating as one. The first rope is passed across, looped around a post, pulled snug, then tied. Another follows, then another. Each knot simple, certain, familiar. The engines settle into idle, low enough now that the water wheels are louder than the ferry. Creak, splash, rest. You step forward onto the pier. Your boots meet the boards with a soft thud. The wood shifts gently beneath your weight. Not unstable, just floating. The air here feels cooler than the bakery village, damp with river water, clean, faintly sweet with grain dust. Somewhere nearby, a small stream runs between the platforms, water slipping steadily through the narrow channel. Quiet, unbroken. Canvas sacks rustle softly as they're lifted, set down again, stacked neatly. Everything is done with slow, practiced movements. Nothing abrupt, nothing sharp. Behind you, the ferry rests against its ropes, patient, secure, waiting for the night to pass. Ahead, narrow walkways lead deeper into the village. Between the turning wheels, between the low wooden buildings, lantern light pools softly along the path, and the steady rhythm of the mills continues, guiding you forward. You follow the lantern light along the narrow walkway. Step by step, slow, unhurried. Water moves quietly beneath the planks, a steady current slipping through the channels between the docks. The nearest wheel turns beside you, large, wooden, its paddles dipping into the flow. Creak, Splash. Lift. Droplets fall back into the water in thin silver lines, then disappear. The sound follows you as you walk. Never louder, never softer. Always the same. Ahead, a small mill house rests on a wider platform. Windows glowing faintly from inside. Warm but muted, like lantern light through cloth. The door stands slightly open, just enough to let the light spill across the boards. You step inside. The floor creaks once beneath your weight, then settles again. The air smells different here. Drier, warmer, carrying the soft scent of grain and flour. Not strong, just gentle, comforting. Rows of wooden beams cross the ceiling overhead. Old timber worn smooth with time. Lanterns hang low between them. Their glow turns the dust in the air into slow drifting clouds. Tiny specks floating lazily. Rising, settling. In the center of the room, a wide hopper holds a mound of grain. Small golden kernels resting together like sand. A wooden chute guides them downward. Slowly, steadily. The grain begins to pour. A soft, endless sound, like rain on paper. Below, the millstone turns. Two broad circles of stone moving against each other, grinding gently. The motion is almost too slow to notice, but constant, always turning. The large wheel outside feeds the movement through a simple wooden shaft, round and round, without hurry. Creak, splash, turn. Grain pours, stone turns, flour gathers. The same three motions repeating, over and over. You watch for a while, long enough that the rhythm begins to feel familiar, predictable, safe. A shallow tray below the stones slowly fills with pale flour, soft as powder, light as dust. Someone brushes it gently into a cloth sack. Slow strokes, careful movements. The fabric rustles quietly, then stillness again. No voices, no sharp sounds, only wood, water, grain, stone. Everything moving at the same calm pace. Nothing sudden, nothing demanding attention. You rest your hand lightly on one of the beams. The wood feels warm from the lantern heat. Smooth, solid. The floor beneath you rocks almost imperceptibly with the tide. Forward, back, forward, back. The motion blends with the turning wheel, with the falling grain, with your breathing. In, out. In, out. For a while, nothing changes. The grain keeps pouring. The stone keeps turning. The flour keeps gathering. The same quiet work. The same slow rhythm. Endless. After a while, there is nothing more to watch inside the mill. The grain keeps pouring. The stones keep turning. The work continues without you. So you step back toward the doorway, lantern light thinning behind you, cooler air waiting outside. The door closes softly, a quiet wooden click. Then the steady rhythm of the wheel takes over again. Creak, splash, rest. The walkway feels cooler beneath your boots, damp from the nearby channels, smooth from years of slow footsteps. You follow the boards along the edge of the water. No destination, no task waiting, just walking. Step, step, step. To your left, the canal slips quietly between the platforms. A narrow ribbon of moving black glass, carrying the current toward the next wheel. Moonlight rests across its surface, silver and soft, breaking gently around each post. Small ripples spread outward, then disappear. A thin mist hangs low above the water, barely visible, like breath on cold air. It drifts slowly between the docks, curling around lantern light, softening every edge. The village feels quieter now, more distant, as though wrapped in cloth. Another wheel turns somewhere ahead. You can't see it yet, but the sound reaches you easily. Creak, splash, rest. The same patient rhythm, unchanged, reliable. You pass stacks of empty grain sacks resting against a wall. Canvas folded neatly, corners rounded with use. A coil of rope hangs from a post, fibers worn soft and pale. Still, nothing feels hurried here. Nothing feels unfinished. Just small tasks done slowly, then set aside. The boards beneath you rise gently with the tide, then fall again. A motion so slight it feels like breathing. Forward, back, forward, back. Your body matches it without thinking. Shoulders loosening, steps slowing. Lanterns grow farther apart as you reach the outer walkways. Long stretches of shadow between each one. More sky, more water. Light, dark, light again. A simple rhythm for your eyes to follow. Easy to drift into. You rest one hand along the railing as you walk. cool wood beneath your fingers. Smooth. Solid. Below, the canal water brushes softly against the posts. A hollow tapping sound. Then quiet again. Everything here moves slowly enough that minutes stretch without notice. Time loosens, becomes less important. There is only the path, the mist, the steady turning of the wheels. You continue along the outer edge of the village, toward the last platforms, toward open water. You reach a small platform near the edge of the village, wider than the walkways, open to the water on 3 sides. A single bench rests there, wooden, smooth from years of quiet use. You sit down slowly, letting your weight settle into the boards. The platform shifts beneath you, just a little. Forward, back, forward again. The motion is gentle, barely noticeable, but calming all the same. One of the water wheels turns nearby, close enough to see clearly, far enough away to feel unintrusive. Its paddles dip into the current, then rise again. Water slipping away in thin lines. Creak, splash, rest. The rhythm never changes. Not faster, not slower. Always the same. Lantern light drifts across the surface of the canal. Long reflections stretching and bending with each turn of the wheel. Stretch, soften, stretch again. You rest your hands loosely in your lap, shoulders lowering, neck relaxing. The air here feels cool and clean, lightly damp from the water. Comfortable. Mist drifts past the platform. Thin, slow, barely there. It curls around the wheel, around the posts, around you. The village feels distant now, muted, as though wrapped in layers of soft cloth. Even the sounds seem gentler. The creak softer, the splash quieter, the pauses longer. Creak, splash, rest. Your breathing begins to follow the pattern without effort. In, out. In, out. Nothing pulls at your attention. Nothing asks for thought. The wheel turns whether you watch it or not. The water flows whether you listen or not. You close your eyes for a moment, just to rest them. Behind your eyelids, the lantern light lingers softly, warm amber shapes drifting slowly. The rocking continues, forward, back, forward, The bench supports you easily. The air holds steady. The night remains calm. For a while, there is nothing else. Just the wheel, the water, and your breathing. Creak, splash, rest. Time stretches gently, minutes slipping by unnoticed, like water through open fingers. You could sit here as long as you like. There is no reason to move yet. After a long while, you open your eyes again. The wheel is still turning, just as before, unchanged. Creak, splash, rest. The lantern beside the bench burns lower now, its glow smaller, softer. The mist has thinned. The water lies smooth and dark between the docks. Everything feels quieter than before, as though the whole village has settled deeper into the night. You stand slowly. The boards shift gently beneath your feet. Forward, back. Your steps are unhurried. There is nothing left to do here, nothing unfinished. The mills will keep turning on their own. They always do. You follow the walkway back the way you came. Lanterns spaced wide apart, pools of light, long shadows between them. Light, dark, light again. The rhythm is easy to follow, easy to drift inside. Water moves softly in the channels beside you. A quiet brushing sound against the posts. Steady. Somewhere behind you, a wheel continues its slow work. The sound already fading with distance. Creak, splash, rest. The ferry waits at the dock where you left it, dark against the water. A few small windows glowing warm. It feels less like a boat now, more like a quiet room floating on the tide. The ropes are loosened, lifted carefully, coiled and set aside. No one rushes. There is still plenty of night left. You step aboard, the deck solid and familiar beneath your feet. Comfortable. The engines return to their low hum. Soft, even, like slow breathing. The ferry eases away from the dock, wood separating from wood with the gentlest shift. Water sliding quietly between. The village begins to drift backward. Lanterns shrinking. Windows dimming. shapes softening into shadow. The wheels still turn, but now their sound blends into the water, then fades. Creak, splash, gone. Ahead, only open sea again. Wide, dark, calm. The ferry follows a smooth path through the water, leaving long, soft lines behind it that slowly disappear. You rest against the rail, the gentle motion rocking you without effort. Forward, back, forward, back. Your breathing matches the engines. In, out, in, out. Nothing left to watch now. Nothing left to follow. Only the steady rhythm of travel. The night air cool on your face. The hum beneath your feet. The endless dark water stretching in every direction. Thoughts drift past, then fade away, like reflections dissolving in the wake. The ferry continues on its quiet route, carrying letters, carrying supplies, carrying you gently towards sleep. And little by little, the sounds grow softer, the motion steadier, the night wider, until the sea holds you completely, and rest comes easily, slowly, comfortably, like drifting on calm water.